at first is there when that other running back runs, then you start realizing, okay, it's all about them not pressing the hole.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna say this before I let Mike say his. Also, too, man, you got to look at the first steps. The first steps of the offensive line. Some of them were taking the wrong steps in the wrong direction. That was one thing that I saw. I had to rewind it a few times to see that. That first step is very crucial when you're running a zone read or if you're running man to man. If there's someone blitzing the gap and you take that first step to the left versus to the right, that about time you make up that gap or that first step, it's too late. That guy's already in between there. So either now you're going to let him sack or you're going to hold. So the first step was what I saw. We had 4 or 5 guys. Sometimes I'm not going to say a lot to you. That 4th and 1, TP, this is for you. That 4th and 1, we had our left guard and our center take the step to the same place. And they closed the hole before the hole was even made. So TP, to your credit, I can't get on Barnes for that because Barnes was going in the right direction. But when you got 2 guys blocking the gap where you're supposed to go, yes, you're going to run to the back of their numbers. So, but still, the back has to see that and get to the left or to the right. You can't still run to the damn back of the numbers. All right. Hey, Mike, I'm going to let you jump on real quick because I know that Derek, man, got somewhere to be. And I want to hear what he got to say.
Hey, Coach, since Derek don't have long, go ahead. I'm going to forego mine and let Derek go first. Okay. So go ahead and let Seatbelt Mafia go, brother.
All right, I got you. All right, Derek.
I think it's time for DeMarco to go, bro.
Oh, really?
I just don't. I can't make sense of why are we still running Barnes first string, man? Like he's decent, but you see, I just don't get it. Why did we play? Why did we play Ott for a couple plays at the end of the game? If he's injured or whatever, I don't know if he got in some trouble or what. None of this makes sense to me. The running back room, man. I'm still confused as I was last year with it.
From what I heard, from what I heard, and like I said, it's not legitimate and it's not a crucial source. I had gotten into a little bit of trouble, and also that he was a little bit injured, and I don't think they really wanted to bang him up. Now, if he don't play next week, crucial time, then yes, I'm gonna start, lobbying. We already know that DeMarco's rotation sucks anyway. We already know that his rotation on how he sees things sucks. I know you have a great core with the guy. I know that the kid is from the same area that you from, but you can't show favoritism when you got some better backs. I believe that Blaylock needs to see more time. Yes, sir, TP.
So to the injury point, you could see the brace.
Yes.
Something over here, So I saw that. So it's something there for sure. Yeah. And the other part is the other part, but there's definitely something there.
That's what I thought, Coach Ricks. The whole time I'm watching, and when I seen him put him in at the end of the game, I'm like, this almost seems like the kid got in some trouble. Maybe didn't show up for a meeting or missed class. I don't know, and they might not want that getting out. But that makes more sense to me than injury because why put him on kickoff team and put him in a couple plays to end if it's an injury?
Think about it like this. That's all we heard all off season is Ott. And then to get to the first game and he gets in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the ball game, there has to be something that was there. Pretty sure BB is not going to elaborate on it, but but to me, you can see the stretch tape on and you can see that the shoulder strap was on his shoulder. Now, I think they let him get in there just so he can get a feel for it to get him prepared for next week. Because I feel like next week, he's going to go a lot next week. Yes, sir, TP.
The breakdown that I was talking about, and I sent the clip in the text thread, the 1 minute clip.
Yes, sir.
But man, Mackey, his opinion was the fact that when Barnes ran into the back of the offensive lineman, they didn't see him no more in the game after that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They only saw him because Blaylock got hurt. Then he came back in for a few series and they brought X-Rod in.
I'm talking about Barnes.
He came back in for a few series when Blaylock got hurt, but then X-Rod came in.
Okay. All right.
He came back in for probably about 2 or 3 series, and then that was it.
Because it looked like they kind of snatched him, which is.
Well, here's the thing: they're gonna have to. You got so many backs now that we don't have to live with the norm. We don't have to do that. Our thing on that is this: Blaylock, he's okay. He just had a little stinger. He's gonna be fine. X-Rod, get him going. But the X factor of the whole thing is this: you got a plethora of backs now. We can't show favoritism. Arbuckle has already said he's going to go with the hot back. And we saw that Blaylock was the hot back. And until he got hurt, he was in the ball game, regardless of freshman or whatever. I guarantee you when Tatum comes back, if he can hold on to the ball, we're going to have a plethora of running backs where we can choose from. I think that Barnes won starting time because everybody else was injured. I think that's the only reason why he started the game, because Ott was hurt, Tatum was hurt, Blaylock and everything was a freshman, X-Rob and everything, he was hurt. So a lot of the backs were hurt. Barnes was lucky to not be hurt. That was the main reason why he started the game. Now, as the game went on and we saw that he couldn't see the trash and move left to right, and Blaylock could, you guys all saw that Blaylock could see the vision a lot better. And also, Bishop, like I told you, Barnes tiptoes too much in the damn pocket. If you're a running back, you can't tiptoe. You got to hit it hard.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that I found out, that remember those drills in the leading up onto the game where Torrey was doing with his dad on Twitter? That's what happened on that touchdown run. That's what we're talking about. And when Barnes does it, he's smashing on the deal versus, it's just pressing the hole. It's one of those things that I don't know what happened to Barnes, but he just don't. It's not there. So we got to be honest and keep moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with you, David, on this one. All right, TP.
Of the seniors, the 2 seniors that we was going to have coming back, one of them went away. Looked pretty good the other night. Scored a touchdown and everything, and we got our guy running into the back of somebody. Maybe we should have kept that other kid and let.
Well, Sawchuck was always shifty. Sawchuck was very shifty and everything. Here's the one thing about Barnes. Okay, let's just hit it in the head. He's a great running back, but when you're a great running back, you can't run straight up. That's just, those Eric Dickerson days are done. You cannot run straight up. You have to be a back that can get down and make the shifts and transition. And when you run straight up, about time you break down to get ready to hit a different gap, you're getting tackled. So I agree with you guys. Don't get me wrong. I agree. I think that Barnes, I think David hit it best. Barnes should be a relief or situational back, 8 carries, max a game. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. Mike, what do you think? Legend, is he muted? I think Mike. Oh, he left.
No, he popped out.
All right, Dwayne, what you got, big dog? Hold on. Is everybody muted? There you go.
Yeah, I think Devontae is a situational back. I don't think he should be the main feature.
So who do you guys think should be should be the main back besides Blaylock?
X-Rob?
I mean, we paid out.
I think Ott's going to have a little bit more. I think Ott's going to be more effective next game. I really think, man, look, these games that we saw this week, man, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I think that we all started to buy the Kool-Aid of all these teams off transitional names, like your Alabamas. We didn't know what Alabama was going to be like. We just felt like Alabama is Alabama. So they're going to go down there and beat Florida State. Well, Florida State showed that, with a good it lets you know what a good OC can do. Because last year, Florida State wasn't doing that shit they did yesterday. Florida State was trash last year, but now with a good OC that come in with a good scheme with great players can make you a great team. And we're seeing that now from Florida State. And from what I'm seeing yesterday, I think Florida State is a team to beat in the ACC now, to be honest. What do you guys think?
Most definitely, if they keep that up, man, them boys came to play. That quarterback, he talked all that trash, and like I would have bet money that he messed up. He went out there and he backed his mouth up.
He went out there, talked that shit, and came in and proved. He said they won't be able to stop me, and he was not lying. They can't stop him.
Can't do nothing but respect that.
That's it. That's all you can do. You got to get that man, give him the ups on that, because I mean, if he spoke his truth, that's what it is. Now it's up to the other team and the coach to stop him. That's how I look at it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, but look at this. When was the last time? And let's be honest. When was the last time? And I don't want to say Nick Saban because he's no longer coaching no more, so I can't say Nick Saban. When was the last time an Alabama team threw the ball 43 times and ran the ball 25 times?
Wasn't that like David Shula years?
It was prior Nick Saban. And so you're talking about 13, 14 years ago.
Yep. I remember that game. We was in Alabama when that game came on.
I was on Coach Smoot's show today, man, and it just lets you know how passionate people are about their teams. There were players, people already calling for DeBoer's job.
Yeah, he's already on the hot seat.
And I'm like, damn. But that's if Lincoln didn't have Bob Stoops players, we're seeing now what his teams are. Do we really think that Lincoln would be who he is right now if he didn't have the Bob Stoops players that Bob left him with? Or would Lincoln be like another DeBoer? Because I think DeBoer is a great coach. I just think that you got to get back to smash mouth football in Alabama. They are a run first team, pass second. But they have a coach that's a pass first, run second. So are the fans in Alabama ready for that type of change?
Yeah, I was in awe that Florida State out physical Bama.
Yes.
I never have known a Bama team not to be physical.
Wow. Well, we did last year when Oklahoma out physical.
That was I almost think that Florida State looked at that tape and mimicked it and put their little flair on it.
Now, I'm reaching. I'm reaching. I'm gonna ask everybody on the panel. Just be honest. From what we saw this week, and we got a few games going on right now, Miami, Notre Dame, and we had South Carolina play earlier, who struggled a little bit, but then they pulled away late, 24-11. They beat a good Virginia Tech team. My question to you guys is this: are we really now seeing the fruits and labor of what NIL can really do to certain teams? Because now your Alabamas, your Texas, your Clemsons, all the teams that we felt like they're going to be real good, is NIL finally caught up to those teams now to where the level of the playing field is pretty much even? If that makes sense, TP?
Said that over the summer. I believe I said in this room, Nick Saban broke up out of Dodge because he no longer could. Matter of fact, you said it also, Coach Ricks.
Yeah.
He can't have a guy sitting on the bench that's a very, very good player, and he's a freshman and a sophomore, and tell him, you got to wait your turn. You just got to wait your turn. That's what it is. No, I don't. I'm going over here, and they're going to pay me money. And he saw that coming. So let's be brutally honest, Tricky Nicky, as they call him down there in Miami, he a power type guy. That's why he got out to NFL. I said this before, because he can't talk to grown men the way he can talk to these college kids. But now he can't necessarily talk to the college kids like that anymore because of the money. So he saw this coming and was out the door. And now he was kind of in that talk in the last month or so about some type of commission or something. Remember that talk?
A commissioner. There should be a commissioner.
Because he trying to get a hold of this money thing. So if you want to get back in, maybe if you want to get back in, he can have some more power, because you have power. Yes, you do, but you don't have the power that you had before because of the money game.
Yeah. Well, hey, Mike, are you back in now, Mike? Legend? I see him.
Unmute.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mike, quick question. You said yesterday that the way that the defense looked to you was that they were everywhere. The offense gave some people some little bit of concerns. Are you still concerned about the offense now, even though after BB's press conference that he solidified that everything was vanilla? Are you still worried? Anybody in the panel?
Muted my mic.
Oh, did I? I didn't mute it. I didn't mute it.
Okay.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
You muted it now.
It keeps saying the host has muted your mic.
No, you good.
Above my screen.
We can hear you.
Okay, the thing, I'm still concerned about the freaking running game. Now we can sit there and say
with Barnes being out and Ott and Blaylock being in there, that should be solved this week.
Yeah, but still, I mean, when you have a low FCS team such as South Illinois State, and they have more rushing yards than you, that I'm not going to cherry pick and say it's unicorns and rainbows. That's unacceptable with me. Sorry.
What if I tell you that 5 of those guys on the defensive line are from FBS schools?
Well, that's true, Coach. But
they are seniors, and you heard what they said on the game. Of the last 14 years, that team has been in every championship game the last 14 years. So that ain't.
I'll agree with that.
That ain't just any old FCS school. But I agree with you. I do agree with you. But
when I go
starting linemen out, that should be back this week. Then that should be solved.
I mean, when I go back and look at even when Bob Stoops was in his last 4 or 5 years, we always had a complimentary run pass attack, and I have to be honest with you, it's gone to shit. It really has. And
you have to also realize, Mike, we're not in the Big 12 no more, to where Oklahoma is the most physical team in there. We're in the SEC now, to where everybody.
Yeah, but how many SEC teams did we play in that era that we run their ass off?
Yeah,
I'm saying
I mean, I get your point. Trust me, I'm not trying to advocate that Oklahoma shouldn't have done, but as fans, we have to realize and everything. Just because what we want, coaching staff don't. They see things a whole lot different than what we want. Maybe they didn't want to show gap schemes. They didn't want to show zone schemes. They didn't want to show GT counter pulls. So if I know for a fact that I can beat a team just man up, head up, straight up, and I ain't got to show anything special, I'm going to do that. Now, my concern shows this week, Mike. I'm not going to lie to you. If that ugly head rears itself again this week, then yeah, I'm gonna throw the alarm. But I think that they were so scared to show Michigan anything, because look at it. When Blaylock got in the game, the offensive line looked real good. When Barnes was in the ball game, the offensive line looked real bad. So it might not be the offensive line. It might just be the personnel that's in the running back. Just my point. I mean, just my take. I mean, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I definitely agree with you. I just feel like we saw this movie before last year with Barnes running to back of people. We saw Barnes not being able to run through trash last year. And lo and behold, a freshman comes in with a breath of fresh air, and he's hitting the holes full speed, and he's gaining 6 and 7, 8 yards every carry. So maybe it's just the personnel that's in the ball game. Yes, sir, TP.
That just proves the fact that we were the talent level was not what it should be. Because if you got a kid straight out of high school not performing,
a guy that's been there 3 years,
what is we coaching? One, or maybe we coaching really good, and a kid just ain't good.
No.
Dwayne,
I know you want to say it, Dwayne. Go ahead and say it. I know Dwayne want to say it.
I'll say this. I think Javonte Barnes is good. Now, with that being said, you got to look at it. If you remember when Cale Gundy was here coaching running back, there was a different style that he had.
Yes.
With that being said, you have to look at it for the coaching point of view. Now, with all that, with the trash and stuff, Cale told them dudes if they're not gonna do the job, he's not gonna play it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna play him regardless of whatever it is. And he told them that when he was recruiting. He said, you're gonna come play, or either we're gonna move on without you. I think this is just me thinking. Now, this is me. I think I don't know DeMarco. I don't know what his plans are. I think he needs help as far as play calling or deciding how he wants to put these backs in. Because like as you said, as Bishop and Coach say, it's about who has the hot hand. In that game, who had the hot hand besides Torrey Blaylock? Who else? Or even with that, they did not give Javonte Barnes a chance, or either what was blocking scheme. I mean, again, it's a bunch of things. It just can't be. I think he's a good back, but at the same time, he has to learn. He has to learn how to read the holes and find where the holes are. That's just my opinion. So I don't know.
Yes, sir, TP. Yes, sir.
But the problem is, other than the main game last year, Barnes ain't had a hot hand since his freshman year and playing in the bowl game. Number one. Number two, he a senior. If he ain't learned it now as senior, what are we even talking about? Dog, it's time to get the hell out of the way. As a great radio personality said on Kixie 107 in Jackson, Mississippi, she said when she retired, she said, it's time for me to sit down and let somebody else do it. I wish Barnes would take that view. Bro, it's time to sit down and let somebody else do it.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you remember when they had that guy who transferred and went to Wisconsin?
Torrey Blaylock.
Yes.
No.
Walker.
Do you remember how things went with him? Do you remember how things were going on? Why do you think that he transferred?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Him and DeMarco didn't see things eye to eye. DeMarco's old school.
Exactly.
He's trying to teach guys the way he was taught, and he hasn't elevated. You can't teach guys the way you were back in the early 2000s. Things have elevated. And now he's trying to punish kids for, don't get me wrong. If you miss a block or you miss an assignment or this, even though you might be a good player, if I have a play call and it's a blocking call, if you are back that I know can't block, you won't be in the game when I call that.
He's afraid. He is afraid. That's what it is.
Here it is. DeMarco is afraid that if he don't play Barnes, Barnes is gone. Just going.
Bye, Felicia.
Say that again. If DeMarco's afraid of what?
DeMarco is afraid that if he don't play Barnes, Barnes is gone, just like Sawchuck.
Bye, Felicia.
I'm just saying. That's
Boy,
that's what it looks like, guys.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna get Cash App. I'm gonna get Cash App and send the money for his ass to go.
No, you're gonna send them checks. You're gonna send them checks.
Look, I understand what you're saying, TP.
Apparently, check takes too long, so I'm gonna get Cash App and send him the money so he can go.
I hear you, TP, but at the same time, man, it's not that simple. You can't. I mean, it's not that simple because
he can't go nowhere now.
This man.
No.
This is the thing about it. This man is a senior. This man is afraid of not doing what's right on that field, and just by him doing that, he's always going to be in this predicament. They're putting pressure on this man. For whatever reason, he didn't learn to do what he needs to do. I mean, again, that's part of him. The player, the coach can't play for him anymore. The player can't coach, but at the same time, if you don't have a coach who teaches running backs, that is a problem. That's a problem. And I'm not making excuses for the man. He should take it upon himself to learn how to see the blocks, to see the holes where the blocks are. Follow the block. He's not doing it. And I'm not making an excuse, but at the same time, the coach has to learn how we're going to run these schemes. Or either somebody needs to help DeMarco because it's not getting done. And this is gonna, believe me, it's gonna rear its head up again. I can assure you.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because Nagy really in charge of who coming.
Yes.
Nagy in charge of that. It ain't about the coaches a little bit. I'm gonna get this player, Nagy talking. I'm gonna get this guy right here, and you gonna coach him. If you can't coach him, your ass gonna be gone.
That's where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. If he can't coach, and apparently he's been, how long DeMarco been there? About 3 or 4 years?
He's been there 5 years.
And it's still, if you notice, the same 5 years, it's been the same pattern. The only difference is before, when Lincoln Riley was here, they had a better offensive line. It didn't show up. It only started showing up when, after Lincoln left and everything else was going to the bottom of the barrel. That's when things started showing up.
Yeah.
And now that he's not gone, it's just I don't know. But this is what I see. I just don't see a strong enough running game that we'll see when the offensive line gets up there. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but
two of them will be back today. I mean, 2 of them will be back this week. Two of the starting linebackers. Two of the starting
I
officers.
hope that gets addressed. Now the wide receivers, I'm good with them. We straight. Offensive line and run game is my only concern.
All right. Now, so I agree with that, but I disagree with that because that offensive line from Alabama didn't look good yesterday. It ain't just getting 5 stars. Trent, the best offensive lineman that's in the game right now was a damn 3-star. The best.
Williams.
The best. I don't give a damn. You put him above against any 5-star. Anybody in the NFL will tell you Trent Williams is the best offensive lineman ever. Ever. They're saying that right now. So it ain't about the 5-star. It still comes down to the scheme. Now, the one thing that doesn't bother me is this. Now, I went back and I watched it. And Bishop, you can call me, say I'm lying if I'm lying. Only time that Mateer got pressured on a passing play is when his ass ran out of the pocket.
Yep.
He was not getting pressured on a pass play. It's only the run plays that we're concerned about because he was back there 1-1, and I was back there counting 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, and 1,000 ball gone. That's what you want. But when you throw for 392 yards, I don't give a damn who you play. We ain't got to run if we don't want to. But I like the screen pass that they sent to Blaylock out in the flat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're going to do the Javonte Barnes, do him out in the flat like that. Get him out in the space to where there ain't nobody he can run into. And then let him go. But I think that we're going to do that. And I'm pretty sure, guys, look, these guys get paid millions of dollars. I'm pretty sure they go look at film and say, you know what? We missed a lot of stuff. We know that Barnes can't run in that trash. Let's get him outside the trash and put him out there in the open. I'm pretty sure. Now, if Arbuckle is a great OC, like I think he is, he's going to let him know whenever we run this personnel for this play, Barnes cannot be in the ball game. I'm pretty sure that's coming, guys. I'm pretty sure that's coming. But not to be nagging and not to be all bad. Two from each one of you guys, what was one shining light of the ball game that you liked, that you thought was a great play or a great thing? Bishop, we'll start with you, big dog.
Yeah, hey, just to let you know, Peyton Bowen had a game of his life. He is what we've been looking for. He's ready for that moment.
Well, he's finally healthy.
Say it again, Coach.
He's finally healthy. He's finally healthy.
Yeah. And I'm talking about he's physical with his tackling. He's getting there in a hurry with bad intentions. He's
All right,
back.
TP, what you think? What was something that you saw that you liked, or something that you agree with, something that you are excited about?
And I'm so excited about. I was hearing stuff all spring camp and fall camp, I guess, that Blaylock was really, really doing well. And to see it, I was like, yeah, that's because I'm trying to remember the last time we had somebody that could really, really be a threat to go 80 anytime he touched the ball.
DeMarco was the last one.
AD.
Well, the last one was DeMarco, the running back that could, you get the ball, he could go at any time before he got hurt.
He going 80.
Yeah.
And that's what this kid Blaylock is. I keep seeing in the chat that he out for a little bit. That's what I keep seeing people say in the chat. But
I'm gonna check on it and see and everything. I think they might hold him out. I don't know if he's like really injured or not, but they might hold him out. I don't know.
But we got something in that kid, and I'm very happy to hear that.
We
and
too, we get him the damn ball with the same. Look, did anybody realize how the play calling changed when Blaylock was in the ball game and when Barnes was in the ball game? The play calling changed.
Oh yeah,
it changed a little bit. Barnes didn't get no out in the post, out in the flat screens. He didn't get those. He didn't get off tackle like Blaylock did. Barnes got off guard. So if we're gonna run off guard, you need to put X-Rod big ass back there if you're gonna run off guard.
Yep.
Now seatbelt. I want to ask you this because I saw it and I want to know what was one bright light for you. What was something that you saw that you liked, something that you're excited about?
Looked like he hit a patch, Coach.
Yeah, he hit a patch. All right, Mike, we're gonna go to you. No, we went to Mike already. Dwayne.
No, you didn't. No, you
Mike.
didn't. Not on this. Not on
My
this
bad.
one. You haven't.
What you got, big dog? What did you see or what you're excited about?
I got two of them.
All right, hit me with it.
The punt return is finally back at Oklahoma with Satagian.
Satagian, and he's returning the ball.
Yeah, and if Danny Collier wouldn't have made that silly block in the back call, he'd still be running right now. But my other one, and I watched this on Jay's channel this morning. Gentry Williams, if we can keep Gentry healthy, he had a hell of a game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That was my two shining moments.
All right. Did I miss anybody? TP, did you give me yours?
I said Blaylock. I only said one.
All right. Okay.
All right. The other thing would be just happy to see somebody that can throw the ball down the field with confidence. So that would be Mateer.
He looked real good, man. He looked real good. But I like at the press conference, he said, "I got to do better." He said,
Yeah.
I missed some throws. I let some, and you love hearing that when you break a record from one of the most outstanding players that's been around Oklahoma in a long time, Baker Mayfield. When you break his record and then you still say, "I got to do better," that sends a shot of adrenaline through all those players to let them know we got a dude that don't mind saying, you know what, that's my fault. And look, I'm excited about next week. I watched the Michigan game.
I am.
I watched how New Mexico, how some of their schemes worked. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Michigan goes man to man like they did against New Mexico, it's gonna be a long game. Yes, sir, TP.
Question just out of the blue. In your assessment of Ott, and now that you've seen Blaylock, is Ott a bigger version of Blaylock?
I think he is. I think that he is better in space. He's much better in space, but he's more physical in space than Blaylock is in space. He has great vision. I saw the run he did last year against Miami when he was at California. He has great vision. He can stop on a dime and he can pick back up speed just like Blaylock can. Now, he don't have breakaway speed like Blaylock, because Blaylock is a track star.
He's not as fast as Blaylock, but
No,
I saw highlights. It didn't look like he was getting caught a lot in Ott's highlights. To yesterday, to me, them few plays he got, it didn't look right. He got a pass out in the flat down at the bottom of our TV screen, and Mateer kind of bounced it to him or threw it low or something. The run play didn't work. But the line broke down, so the run play didn't work. That's really the only two scrimmage plays I recall of his. Maybe one other run into the line that really wasn't successful. And unless, like I said, unless he hurt, I don't see how he wasn't number one over Barnes. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And that part
coming
I'm
off
sick
a
of.
shoulder. Yeah, he's just coming off of that shoulder deal, and you know how people are when you're a running back. You got to have your shoulders to run the ball through trash, and I just feel like he's got to get his mental game back where he can play through it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bishop. I never would have considered that. I'm glad you said that. That is a good point. I never considered he had an injury from last year. I never even thought about that. That's a good. That could have been too. That could have been his reason too.
All right. So go English. My bad. He says Levy said he wanted to get major carries the week after Walker ran for 117. OC and DeMarco Murray make the call, right coaches. So I guess the OC and DeMarco make the right. Look, right now it's all on Ben Arbuckle. Ben Arbuckle's going to make the call, but we're gonna switch real quick on something that I'm looking at right now back to the Alabama Florida State game. Would it surprise you guys that Florida State only threw the ball 14 times?
Really?
I told you it's a splitting image of our game last year.
But they were splash plays when they did.
Well,
He
went 9 of 14 for 152 yards. That's all he threw the ball for. But check this out. They ran the ball 46 times for 236 yards against Alabama. So when I say that, I'm saying that stigma of you can't run on Alabama, I think that's kind of going away, because I don't remember the last time someone ran for 237 yards on Nick Saban's defense. Now, you might throw for that with these dual threat quarterbacks that gave Nick Saban fits, but you won't run for no 237 yards. Yes, sir, TP.
So something just popped in my head, and I want your opinion on it, Coach Ricks.
Yes, sir.
What just popped into my head now, we're talking about Bama, and Bama's been stacked for years because Nick was stacking the team, and he was retaining. Teams, blue chip teams, Oklahoma, Bama, et cetera, cannot stack the way you used to could stack. True. So since that's the case, it is the epitome of excellent coaching that's going to bring you to the top now. Is that a fair assessment?
I would say true and not true, because coaches can put you in the right situation, can put the right scheme and the right plan, but players still got to go out there and execute. So it's a little bit of both. If the coach can give a good scheme and players can go out there and execute, then yes. But if there's a disconnect, which we saw yesterday between Alabama and the team, their quarterback, Ty Simpson, he threw the ball 43 times for 254 yards, but they only ran the ball 29 times for 87 yards. That you remember when Lincoln was here, and then when BB got here, how the offense flipped and the defense is up here now, and then the offense was down here. Remember when Nick Saban was there, the defense was always up there and the offense was always a pro style. Well, now with DeBoer there, the offense passing game is up here and the running game is way down here. So you can feel the transition and the change in Alabama, how it's becoming a more of a West Coast offense now versus smash mouth down south. Let's put 2 tight ends, 12 personnel, and let's go get this down 4 yards that we need. The landscape is changing, and I don't think a lot of Alabama fans are excited about that. I think they're kind of upset that when was the last? I mean, their 54-game win streak is snapped.
Yeah,
it's snapped.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that long record no more of winning 54 non-conference games no more. It snapped yesterday.
Nope.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that Michigan game against New Mexico because I really want to see.
You watch it. I mean, it was 17-27, and it was a good game, matching forward. I think if New Mexico's had the players, it's going to be a very interesting game for Underwood. He had 5-6 seconds back there throwing the ball. He ain't gonna have that next week. But I think that Sharon Moore is going to come in here and try to play big boy physical ball with Oklahoma. That might be a mistake. I mean, no, I'm just being honest. That might be a mistake. A lot of these and the Bishop, well, I know he's still listening. We need to get the gentleman from Big Blue in here, and we might have to talk to him before the ball game on his podcast and just do a joint podcast to see how he feels about coming to Norman and things like that. Yes, seatbelt.
I was just gonna say on that Bama thing, y'all was just talking about. What was crazy, coach, is they looked damn good running the ball in first 2 drives, and then they went away from it.
That's what I was trying to say, is that the landscape of how Alabama used to be is switching. DeBoer is a more of a West Coast style coach. And I don't think people really understand that Alabama fans are just as loyal and just as crazy as OU fans when it comes to scoring points or stopping people playing defense. They are very loyal to a fault. They do not like change. They do not like change. And to listen to, like I said, I was watching Coach Smook's show this morning, and I was trying to give him a little encouragement, man, because it's the first game. I've seen teams lose the first game, and then later on down the season, they're in a championship game. It all depends on how you recover from it. The only team, I think, from all the losses yesterday, the Clemsons, the Alabamas, the Texas, the only team out of those 3 that I feel like there's a concern is Texas. There's no backup. You can't bench Manning. You can't do that. That is a package deal. If you bench him, he gone. You're not going to keep him there on the bench and let somebody else come in. And don't say it, TP. I know his granddaddy was a bum and all that. I don't want to hear that. I'm saying Texas has a problem. he couldn't even throw passes 5 or 6 yards down the field to wide open guys. And he wasn't even getting pressured. And I know Texas fan might say, well, y'all played this. Look, it is what it is. Ohio State didn't blitz. They didn't blitz. And he was still throwing the ball over. I mean, y'all saw the tape. There was guys running wide open that he just couldn't hit. So
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Our guy, what's the guy, Bevo's bodyguard, and the guy they were talking about. Oh, they got their backup. What is that guy? The backup that they have that they're talking about. They were talking about, he's a backup there. If our go out and all this kind of stuff, how great he is. It doesn't look good. It didn't look good.
Well, everybody's trying to keep it PG. Yes, sir, Mike.
Which brings me to this, and y'all's going to laugh, but I've got a new award I'm going to do this season. It's called the Flying Fickle Finger of Fate. And I've got a 1A and a 1B award that gets the Legends Flying Fickle Finger of Fate award.
Come on,
it's Arch Manning and Nico. I'm a leave off whatever his last name is.
Hey man, he struggled too, man.
Come on, man.
They both are my first recipients of the Flying Fickle Finger of Fate award.
Well, guys, that's just let you know. Money isn't everything. Money is not going to drive you. Yes, sir, TP. Before I get started, yes, go ahead.
No, I'm just putting a stop sign on money isn't everything. Continue, Coach.
No, I'm gonna say this. Okay, let me rephrase that. Okay, because you're right. Let me rephrase it. Fix that Billy Sims jersey so I can say this. If you're making $2 million at Oklahoma and you have a chance to go out and play with great players, great team in a great conference, why would you want to go and make $4 million in the Pac-12 and not have the personnel around you, and you're not going to even sniff anywhere near the CFP?
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. It's $2 extra million, and with taxes in California, you're pretty much getting a better deal keeping your ass in Oklahoma than going out there and getting $4 million, and you might walk away with an extra $200,000. I'm just saying, Nico went into a bad situation, and now he left Tennessee to go out there in UCLA and lay an egg.
And what's sad is he has UCLA's quarterback.
Say what?
Tennessee has UCLA's quarterback.
And he looked damn good too.
Coach,
he did.
Coach.
Yes,
Coach. Ryman Lemon said it best down there. Money may not buy happiness, but it can buy me things that do.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, look, hey, I'm shocked about the Alabama-Florida State game. Now I got to keep my radar up on Florida State to see if this was a fluke or was it just something that is propelling them to heights. I don't know. But the next game that I want to talk about is the game that we just mentioned, Texas and Ohio State. Now, I was shocked that game was big time noon. I was shocked because I thought there might be a night game. But putting all jokes aside, not and hating Texas and not liking Texas, if you were just someone that was just a fan of football, give your letter grade for Arch Manning. Each one of you guys. And you can't and you can't go F+, Mike.
Damn it.
Shit.
D+.
An honest assessment.
Honest assessment.
Yeah. TP, start with you.
I told you already. I told you before the game.
Here we go.
I told you his granddaddy was a bum. His uncles were bums. And he a bum. I told you that already. And all he do is go out there and just said, you know what, that guy up there in New Jersey, he right about me. I'm a bum. That's all he did. It's a straight bum. His first pass, You saw the clip I sent you, that little comedy clip I sent you. His first pass, that thing was laid out lovely for him, was it not?
Yeah, it was. Those are the
And he
kind
threw
of
a dirt
plays
ball.
you dream for as a first quarterback with the first throw. A square out. It's a square. It's a post square out, and nobody's out there, and he threw the ball in the grass.
I'm here. I'm here, Coach Ricks. I'm here. I started coming here because of your insight, because you know football. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know football. I'm a fan. I don't know the X's and O's and drawing up plays. I don't know that. That's what I mean by no football. You know that. So when you saw that play and he threw it in the dirt, as an offensive coordinator, what you gonna say to him when he come to the sideline?
You don't want to know that.
I'm just gonna say
because
I really do want to know.
Well, on a football field, it's not PG, and I say words and say things I'm not supposed to say, but I have to be honest with my quarterback. Me and my quarterback are joined at the hip. If he can't make that throw, then we're in trouble, because that's a safe throw to where either you're going to throw an incomplete pass or he's going to catch it and we're going to get positive yards. But you got to give your wide receivers, and I heard Shannon Sharpton say this on his podcast. You got to give your wide receivers a chance to catch the ball. You got to give them 50-50 balls. And Ocho Cinco said it best. And the 50-50 is this: 50% the quarterback make the throw, 50% the running back catch it, or the wide receiver catch it. Arch Manning didn't give them 50-50 balls. He really didn't.
No.
That very first play, that man was wide open.
Yes, that would have been a 15-yard game, easy. And he probably would still have been running. But this is what we're saying. Sark is stuck with him. He has to do. Look, this San Jose State game.
Yeah,
got to build his confidence back up. They got to build his confidence back up. Right now, it's shot. And trust me, Texas fans is not letting his ass slide. If you go to the media boards in there, they are riding his ass. Because,
but you know,
yes, sir.
I was just gonna say, you know, Coach, is that really? They should be the last one saying anything. They're the one that put too much hype on this kid, and they put too much pressure on this kid from Jump Street, man. But, I mean, a lot of it. I don't want to say it ain't his fault, but the way this national media, Texas fans have hyped this kid and put the pressure on him, man, it was destined to fail, really. I mean, the chances of him being successful with all that pressure on him was slim to none. I mean, in my opinion, from Jump Street.
Did any one of you guys, and I'm just going to throw it out there, even in the comments, how many of you guys noticed how many Peyton Manning commercials were shown during that ball game?
There was more Manning commercials than Arch completed passes, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Now, this is what I'm saying. It ain't the people, it ain't the fans. It's your Paul Feinbaums. It's your ESPN guys that are former NFL players that are friends with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning that's advocating for their nephew. I need, and it's phone calls. You know it is. Shannon Sharp, I love what he said. He said, you know good and well that Eli and Peyton are somewhere backstage orchestrating all this stuff for their nephew because that name carries weight. Well, now you got the real people coming out that have played against him in the 3A down there in Louisiana. That's saying
2A.
Excuse me, 2A.
2A.
This is the Manning, this is the Arch Manning they've always seen.
So, and real quick, Coach, I mind you, in the state playoffs, I could be a completion or two off, but I believe it was 6 for 16 for 49 yards and 2 picks, and got blown out in 2A.
You ain't lying.
But let me tell you, though, hey, Coach, I hear about him all the time down here. I mean, they hype him up. I've never seen him play, I've only seen the highlights. They blowing him up. He's doing this in the third and all this kind of stuff. Even that, with that being said, Sark said in the interview, he said it's the outside media that's blowing it up.
No, it ain't.
That
You have to have a come to Jesus moment right now, Sark.
Oh, agreed.
What are you going to do? Because you have Florida, that might be an L. You got Oklahoma, that might be an L. You have Georgia, that might be an L. You might go 8-4.
That's true.
That is very likely. Very likely. He's going to struggle in the swamp. I can guarantee you that.
You look, DJ Lagway. Look, one thing we've learned: nobody is just going to score 14 points. They got lucky that Ohio State didn't score more than 14 points. But as the season gets longer, quarterbacks get better. So if he gets better, cool. But someone said, and I don't know who it is, somebody said, what if he's that 5-star like Jackson Arnold that has that one game and he can't let that negativity go and it carries on from game to game to game?
It's going to be a long season.
Well, the thing that's hurting him too is finding offensive linemen. You know what I mean? So
they struggle.
That ain't helping his situation.
They struggle. And look, watch that game. Ohio State did not blitz, and they were still getting pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and we know what offensive line chess mate is. When you got one offensive line, 3 offensive line, 4 offensive linemen out, and we're plugging in, plugging out. We know what that looks. We've seen that movie before. And
yes, we have.
And it's ugly as hell.
Yes, sir.
This coach. This is the question that I wanted to ask. Okay, with that being said, if Manning's first pass was that 45, 50-yard pass, why didn't they set that man up first to get him like 5, 10-yard out route?
No. His first pass was a square, was a post square out. Man was wide open.
Oh, okay. Well, I must have missed that.
It was like a 10, 15-yard pass. He was wide open. I could have threw that ball with my left hand. And I'm not left-handed. I'm not left-handed. I'm just saying, I'll tell you, he was wide open. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and watch the first play he threw. You'll see the wide receivers wide open.
Check that.
Facts.
Seatbelt, am I lying? Was he wide open? So,
wide open.
He just threw it at his feet. He threw it 4 yards below his feet. So the ball skipped to him. Like somebody said he was throwing rocks in the pond. The ball skipped to him. So,
you know what I said? You know what I said when he threw that first pass?
Yes, sir.
I was like, damn, Arch Manning couldn't hit a bull in the ass with a bass fiddle.
He couldn't do shit.
You know, and that one call that one pick got overturned. They should have had another.
Should have had another one. Yes. Yeah. But it's still game one. It's still game one. Here's the stat that I don't think nobody wants to talk about when it's talked about Arch Manning. You know what his quarterback rating was that game?
What?
58.
What?
Yep. 58.
You know what the quarterback for Ohio State was?
What?
74. Damn. And the quarterback for Ohio State only threw the ball only 20 times. Arch threw it 30.
And what's crazy to me, Coach, is politics, and his last name will push him all the way to the NFL.
Man, look. Do you guys realize how many NFL coaches were at that ball game?
A bunch.
Oh, yeah.
They said there were at least 5 there. There were at least 5.
Jared Jones was probably wanting to draft him after the Ohio State game.
His dumb ass better not be nowhere near.
No. Don't.
Hey. If he gets Arch Manning to Dallas, I think they're gonna kill his ass. They're gonna have another Dallas who assassinated Jerry Jones. They're gonna have another Dallas movie because you do not want Arch Manning going to
man, they've been struggling. Michael Irvin is dying because they traded Parsons. But that's for another story.
They didn't just trade him; they traded him to the biggest division rival.
That's stupid as hell. You know what that is? That's arrogance from Jerry Jones. That's arrogance.
Prideful, ego, everything.
Because
Pride.
I'm like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick said, I would never trade a player to the same conference, the same division I'm in.
You can't. You can't.
I'm going to send your ass somewhere far away that I'll never see you. But not only that, you send a guy when he's 26 years old. 26 years old, stud, one of the best defensive ends in the league, and you let him go for a bag of nuggets and some chunk change.
But look, hey, I seen the Mike Irvin thing. He was talking to Jerry. He said that all the man had to do was come sit down and talk to him. Don't get your don't bring agent. But hey, that's
y'all know Jerry Jones think he's better than everybody. Y'all know Jerry Jones think he's the Messiah of Dallas.
Hey, I got so tickled. I was at work and I got a score notification across my phone that said Jerry Jones quoted said Parsons' agent told him shove that contract up his ass.
Hey,
if you look at the original contract he was talking about, he was talking for 5 years, 200 million, and that's 40.5 per year. He's not even close. He could have went 42, 43. He wasn't trying. He was bullheaded, and he wanted a cowboy deal.
Here's the thing. Jerry Jones has always.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
The next time you talk to Jason, you know that soundboard Jason has that he likes to play. He needs to have his sound bite. His grandpa's a bum, his uncle's a bum, and he's a bum.
And he's a bum. Yeah. Hey, man, I got to buy the copyright to that.
Jason needs to have that. Jason needs to have.
All right. Next game that we're going to talk about, which was a shocker to me. I'm not going to lie. They cost me money.
Okay.
And I'm upset. They cost me money. LSU and Clemson. Great game. Too many turnovers. Too many penalties for that game for me. Both defenses played pretty good. I mean, it wasn't both quarterbacks. Nesmeyer had 246 yards passing. Klutnick had 230 yards passing. The big difference is Clemson ran for 19 carries for 32 yards. That's 1.7. And LSU ran 29 times for 110 for 3.8. So penalties is what hurt Clemson. But did any one of you guys see that game?
I did.
What was your takeaway from the game? What did you see, and what did you take away from that game after seeing it?
My takeaway was LSU's defense impressed me a little bit. I didn't think they were going to play as well as they did, but my biggest takeaway is, excuse my language, but we fucked up not getting Caden Durham.
Yep, because Caden Durham had 17 carries for 74 yards, 4.4 yards a carry.
Well, didn't his dad step in there and keep him from told him to come back to Louisiana?
Yeah,
something like that. But another thing that kept him from coming to Oklahoma is DeMarco is very loyal to his running backs, as we see.
Here we go again.
Why would you want to come here and ride the bench and not get playing time when you can go somewhere and they're gonna need you and they're gonna play? I'm a big believer is I don't give people scholarships so they can ride the damn bench. I'll give you a scholarship, coach. I'll need you to come and play. That era of having guys come and learn the offense and set for a year or two, that shit died when NIL came.
Yep.
But guys,
yes, sir.
He wore DeMarco's number in high school. His mama, he had family, graduated from OU. He was Caden's an Oklahoma kid. We could have landed him, man. We dropped the ball on that. In my opinion.
Yeah, TP.
We gotta tighten up seatbelts microphone situation. I don't know if it's the 2 earbud seatbelt, but what's happening is when you talk, you have a lot of feedback going on, and I don't know if it's because you got 2 earbuds in or not.
We didn't hear you
because you're not coming through clear. And Ryman Lemon said the same thing. He's having a hard time hearing you. And you're
say it again.
Maybe turn the volume down or something. Maybe turn the volume down a little and then talk.
Hold on, let me do
Let's
this.
get a little test for him.
Let me mute everybody and then let him talk. All right, try it.
Is that better?
Is the window down or the AC going?
Is that better?
There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay, I took the earbuds out. My bad.
All right. All right. Now, say what you're gonna say because we didn't hear.
I was just saying, in my opinion, he wore DeMarco's number in high school, man. He's an Oklahoma homegrown kid. I feel like we could have landed that kid. We should have.
I get what you're saying. I hear you. Seatbelt.
The Marco thing is this, and we have to address it sooner or later. Hopefully, with Kevin Wilson being there, he'll help with this. DeMarco has to get out of that old mentality of I'm the coach. You do what I say. I need things to be done this way, or you don't get playing time. You will not. We live in a new era right now where kids are very fickle when it comes to certain things. Now, is that a good thing? No. Is that a bad thing? But we live in a day right now that everybody's a prima donna with NIL and money and things like that. Those days of the talking to kids tough and hard and physical and getting them prepared, those days are done. And I don't think DeMarco is elevating himself for that because he didn't bring Ott here. He didn't bring Ott here. Nagy and Arbuckle went and got not Ott. Yes, sir, TP.
If he fucked this up with Ott, DeMarco Murray ass gonna be gone. Watch.
Yeah. It's getting kind of hectic with DeMarco, man. I think a lot of fans are starting to see this. But one thing that we don't want to, if I was DeMarco, one thing I wouldn't want to do is mess my legacy up with Oklahoma fans, playing for my alumni, and then I can't keep good running backs because of how I coach. Sometimes you got to get out of your own damn way and says, I need somebody to help me do this because I'm fucking it up. And there's no reason after what X-Rod did last year in closing out that season that he was not nowhere in the rotation the first half of this ball game. Yes, sir, TP.
I believe Jim Nagy is in charge of this football team. I believe that. I don't
think he is. He's already said he does not want to be a factor in coaching. He just wants to make sure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted.
Who went? That kid got money, right?
Who? Yes.
He got money, right?
Yes.
I went and spent money on this guy, and he can't play because you got a problem? Watch. I'm telling you, watch. Because this money thing, now you know how I feel about Nagy about the money. Nagy, cheap with that money, and you mess his money up, that's gonna be your ass. I'm telling you, watch. Watch it.
Yes, sir, Mike.
You heard it August 31st, 2025 at 9:01 in the PM Eastern time.
Okay, Mike.
BV said something in his post-game presser that I didn't agree with yesterday. First time since he's been coaching. And me and Dwayne and TP discussed this on the live last night. Why in the cornbread hell, you're up, you're going to beat this team. Why did he not go ahead and pull Mateer and let Hawk get some snaps? That
I'll tell you why.
I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm being honest. It's the only answer that I can think of. Someone near to the sideline was letting him know you're near Baker Mayfield's record. That's the only thing I can think of, Mike, because there was no reason for him to be in that ball game. I'm just telling you the truth. That's the only thing I can think of. He was going for that record. Say what, Dwayne? Go ahead, Mike. Finish that what you're saying, Mike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can have the record and everything, but Hawk should have had some snaps in that game yesterday.
Well, they might try the red shirt Hawk.
That's what I was going to say, Coach.
They might try to red shirt his ass.
Yeah, I believe they might. Or and they do want to red shirt him. I think that's best case scenario. But if we do wind up having to have him later on in the season, God forbid something happened to Mateer, then we didn't waste that game on Illinois State.
Well, here's the thing. He's working with the quarterbacks coach from Washington State every single day. And now we all know practice time and playing time are two different things. We all know that. And Dwayne, I know you itching to say it, so go ahead and say it. I know you itching to say it.
Now I understand you want to redshirt that man. I mean, how long has he been there already? 2 years? This will be his second year?
This is his his
third year.
This is his second year. It's his second year.
Second year. First year with this offensive coordinator and quarterback coach. So this is his first year.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Mike, answer this, and you guys answer this. We all know that there's a problem at the running back. But can we at least say that it's not the offensive line, it's the personnel that's at the running back? Can we?
Part of the way, Coach. I hope our starters look better. I'm not going to sit here and act like our offensive line played great.
Okay. Did anybody see Arbuckle throw the headset again?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
When we didn't get that fourth down, when John Mateer threw the ball over someone's head, he missed him and threw the ball. And he missed the set down route with Deion Burks wide open, and he went for the touchdown. And Arbuckle threw his headset.
Oh, I didn't say that. And I was watching the game.
He went over there and told Mateer, you missed the play. I love a OC like that.
See, that's why I like having an OC on the field, because you're not up there in that booth, and you can't the offensive players, you can't vibe off their energy, and when they see a coach animated like that and he can get in their ass, I like that kind of coaching.
Well, I don't like when a quarterback goes to the sideline and that red phone rings, and then you got to go over there and get that red phone and talk to the OC up in the damn press box.
Yes.
When you mess up, I want you to come over there and say, hey, you missed the set down route with the slot, but you try to go for the big play. And he told Mateer that. And if you guys go watch In the Booth with Teddy Lehman and everything up in the booth on YouTube or on OUSooner.com, you'll hear it. You'll hear them saying, oh, he's in Mateer's ear telling that he missed the set down route. I watch those kind of replays because they'll tell you things that we don't see on TV, because ESPN and ESPN Plus, they're going to show you just to play. They're not going to show you what's going on the sideline. Now, if you have access to certain footage and certain screenshots on your TV that where you can look at different zones of the ball game, it really helps you out. But there was a lot of things that a lot of people missed that Arbuckle was in Mateer's ass about missing set down routes. So I love that. Another thing that I love is that this defense, we played a total of 66 guys on defense last night. 66 guys. Yes, sir. Seatbelt.
Now that which I'm glad you transitioned to that. That brings me to my point. So what Mike was saying about why Hawkins wasn't playing, I got the same question on Danny Okoye, man. We need to be playing that kid over PJ. PJ plays too high, and we heard about we're gonna unleash Okoye to the SEC. I wanna see it more.
You're going to see a lot this week because check this out. If I have Danny Okoye on one side and R. Mason Thomas on the other side, you know what Michigan has? Two big 320-pound left tackles and right tackles. You know they cannot move lateral to stop those speed rushers. So the best thing that they're going to do is my famous saying. They're going to run on the left and right ass cheek of those left tackles to, if they're going to speed rush outside, we're going to run on the inside. And that's what Oklahoma's hoping that they do, because when they slant, they'll be right in that gap whenever they go on the left tackle or the right tackle. So you're going to see a lot of speed rushing this week against Michigan. Now, Michigan likes to run between the guards. I think tonight, this week might be the first time we go to a 5-man front.
Yep.
I hope we do.
At least a strong four.
No, we're going to a 5-man front because
we're bringing back the Oklahoma 5-4. Okay.
They're going to be in a 12 personnel pretty much 80% of the time. Michigan is a 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, and then they might have a halfback behind the left guard or behind the left tackle or the left tight end for extra leverage and extra push. So I'm just saying it's going to be a different ball game than what we saw last week.
Y'all might see the old legend. Y'all might see the old legend get emotional before we run the old 5-2. 5-3.
They're gonna try and run it down our throat for sure.
Oh yeah, and no doubt. But check this out. We'll be doing run stunts and TNTs and NTs. So the full gamut is on full display for this Michigan game.
Now, here's the one thing that's going to separate us from them. I loved our 12 personnel as well last night, because now we got a tight end that can block and release and catch the ball. Now his dumb ass got to hold on to the damn ball because he's losing the ball too much. But I think Oklahoma is the right team to catch Underwood right now in game 2. The young man looked real good against New Mexico, but they had a few hurries on him as well. He made some bad throws at times and everything. He overthrew a lot of guys. If they run across the middle and he overthrows, it's going to be a lot of interceptions if he overthrows in the middle. Now, Sharon might have him throw the ball to the outside or try to do zone reads or try to do post square outs to where if he does have an incomplete pass, it's going out of bounds or it'll be an incomplete pass. He knows Brent Venables' defense better than anybody because he played for him. But I just think it's going to be a different ball game.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to my player of the game from last night.
Who's that?
Cortland Guillory.
Didn't he get like freshman of the week?
I think.
Yeah.
SEC
I tell you what, this guy gonna be a problem. I mean, he's going to be a big time problem as the season goes on.
Jesse, you funny. Arch Manning is doo-doo. Man, y'all crazy, man.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach.
Yes,
I
sir.
got to bid everybody good night. I got to get on the call with my supervisor at work, and I'll talk to y'all later. The next time y'all have a show.
We got
All
you,
right,
brother.
dude. Thanks for coming.
Coach, can we please run 50? Can we put half 100 on Texas, please? All
Man,
right,
look.
Bishop. Y'all take it easy. Good night.
All right. Take
See
care,
y'all
big dog.
next time.
Take care. Take care,
All
man. Be
right.
safe.
All right.
Coach, what's my prediction for Texas?
Oh shit! Let me get my notes.
Hey, Coach, it did look to me like Michigan's pass defense struggled, so I think Mateer should be able to eat pretty well.
He's going to eat pretty well because they like to do they do a man-to-man.
Hey, can I give you a little insight?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Okay. All right. Check this out. Michigan people are trying to figure out they didn't run odd. What's wrong with odd? Oh, are they trying to hide him? And so they're freaking out because they see that a couple of our linemen were missing and whatnot, and we still was able to pass the ball and whatnot. So they're tripping out right now.
Mike, I don't have your Texas score.
What was the score in the 2000 Red? What was the score in the 2000 Red River bloodbath?
63-15?
63-14, and I'm predicting that this year.
I don't know, man. That's a rivalry game, and it all depends on. I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know, but I don't know, man. You guys. I mean, I know football, man, but when it comes to playing a team, man, that knows me and I know them, and it's a rivalry, you throw the record books out the window.
I think a lot of it's gonna have to do with Art and his confidence. You know, is he gonna fold up like Jackson did, or is he gonna put his feet down and go to work?
Yeah. They're giving their Arch Manning grades. Rama Lemon says C. Jesse says D. I didn't get. He said, "Okay, what's your?"
I didn't get to get my Arch Manning. What's my grade?
Yes.
Well, you told me I couldn't go F plus, but I'm going straight up F.
Yeah. Okay, Rama Lemon, hold on. Rama Lemon says people wanted to grade Arch lower than a C, but let's be fair. He managed the game with minimum turnovers against the defending champions, who didn't lose much of a step. Well, true but not true.
Quite a bit.
True but not true, Rama Lemon, but they did lose some players.
Yeah, they lost quite a bit, actually. And yeah, he really, I mean, he didn't do horrible as far as turnovers and stuff, but that one, like I said, they got the call got reversed. That was another one. I give him a D.
Same here, D.
Oh, I didn't know this. Hold on. Jesse says Arch Manning had an off-target throwing percentage of 37% in the game against Ohio State on August 30th, 2025, which is the highest for a Texas quarterback in a single game over the past decade. That's crazy as hell. That is crazy. Don't say it, TP. I mean, don't say it, TP. Don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. You already thought it, so that means you heard it anyway.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing? This sums it up, y'all. You don't fit generational talent on the bench behind a 7th round pick for 2 years.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm like Shannon Sharp. We got to stop using that word generational talent.
Exactly.
Generational talent. You know what a generational talent is?
Adrian Peterson.
Kyler Murray.
Adrian Peterson.
Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods.
Hold on. Football. Cam Newton. Tim Tebow. College quarterbacks that have done it and at a high level and that have won championships. He ain't won anything.
Yeah, and when I said that, Coach, I meant it with air quotes. You know, they claim he's a generational talent, but if he's that great, and Sark knows he wasn't, or he doesn't sit behind a 7th-round pick for 2 years.
Yes. Look, man, everybody knows who's pulling the strings behind this guy's getting all this publicity. That's ESPN.
Yeah.
ESPN is definitely doing that because they need for him to be in New York. They want him to be in New York. Can you imagine all the all the Mannings at the Heisman Trophy candidate? Can you imagine? I know TP. I know you don't want to hear that. I'm just saying they want that for ESPN. People are on the Manning hate train. I see that as a disservice to the Ohio State defense. Those boys played real well. They did. Look, they didn't blitz. They didn't do anything. But look, he better play better than what he did against Oklahoma and Florida. They're going to embarrass his ass. Because you think Oklahoma won't, you think Material won't try to go for 100 on their ass? Shit. Florida going to try to embarrass them in the swamp. They're going to try to embarrass them.
I'm fit to jump down the listing, guys. Love you, fellas.
All right, man.
You too, seatbelt mafia.
Man. I'm gonna get off in a few minutes anyway.
Appreciate your seatbelt.
I wanna jump back on our game so we can get up off here and everything. Cause I want to try to go watch some of this. But this Miami game. Miami's up 7-0 on Notre Dame, so I want to watch some of this ball game. Back to our game. The defense. Any concerns? Anything that you worry about on the defense? I think everything that we want to worry about is the running back rotation and the offensive line. Any concerns to you guys on defense?
I would like to see us get tightened up because South Illinois did. They took us for 157 rush. Was that total yards or rushing yards? But they was hit soft spots, and I didn't like to see us tighten up a run.
Hey, can I speak to that? Kip Lewis had his worst game as a Sooner, as a run fit, but we know Kip, he's going to tighten up. But Heineke, that kid, I did not know he came from Ohio State, but his fits was, usually what Kip does. So we're going to see this week. This is going to be the truest test. Because I could tell you, when it all comes together, you're going to see a totally different defense. But the bottom line is,
I'm not worried. Oh, go ahead, Bish.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to piggyback off of you and say that this is probably one of the best secondaries we've seen in OU in a long time.
Facts.
Go ahead, Bish. I'm sorry I interrupted you, sir.
Stop. No, I'm just saying, the thing is, just think, last year we wouldn't have been able to say that. This year we're still getting a win, and we're getting to learn on our mistakes just before we go for a big game. That way they'll be locked in. And we remember how Tennessee was last year when they came to town. I think these boys are realizing they left some money on the table, and they want to make sure that they clean up and they be ready for this moment.
Well, the big difference between last year and this year is that the defense on the Oklahoma side is much better. The offense is going to be much better. And the offense that's coming in from Michigan, they're not the same type of offense as like Tennessee. Tennessee had a damn good offense last year.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that.
If we're trying to compare apples to oranges and everything, I think that's unjustly for Josh Heupel and his team. I think Michigan's going to come in here and try to do something that they're accustomed to in the Big Ten. That is run the ball down Oklahoma's throat. Now, I think this is when you start putting in your David Stones, your Strong, your Dominic Williams. I think you say put your big boys up in the middle and let R. Mason Thomas and everything and let either Daniel Koye and everything on the other side go eat and force everything inside. Yes, sir, TP.
Coach, what's that? The truck driver with the beard that's a freshman, Trent. My man, Trent. What's his weight nowadays? Is he running 300? Grown ass man.
I think it's 305. 305.
He's running 305?
Yes, sir.
That's a grown ass man. As a freshman.
That's a grown man. That's a grown man that wants contact, that wants to be in the middle of all that. The one thing, man, that I think that Michigan, now if Michigan was playing the old Big 12 Oklahoma, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact, man, that we're going to be ready for them to try to run the ball down our throat. We got to be ready for the play action plays and not bite on that. Well, I think and then I'll be glad when Kendall Dobie. I mean, I'll be glad when Kendall Dobie's back. But Kendall Daniels did great. I'm looking forward to Reggie Powers still doing his thing. I mean, look, I'm not concerned about the defense. I'm being honest. What I'm excited about is Michigan loves to run man-to-man. As an OC, I love when a team runs man-to-man. What gave me a little bit of problem is some kind of soft zone or the cover 2 zone where the cornerback has over-the-top help. If that's the case that Michigan runs a lot of man-to-man, you're going to have a lot of Cortez Lewis running slant routes across the field. And once you give him that move, now you're in front of him. So now he got to play catch up. And then you might have Deion Burks running another slant across the field to where they cross. And all it takes is that one split second for that D-back to think that he's going to pass it off to that guy. And then we got a wide open guy. But the X factor for this game this week is going to be Cannon. They don't have no linebacker that can keep up with him.
Yes, sir.
They don't. And I'm excited about Santega and everything because now you're asking a 230-pound linebacker to stay with a shifty back. A shifty wide receiver that can run. So I'm looking forward for Arbuckle to really get this going. I really am. It's not going to be because our pass protection is very good. I give our pass protection a B-. I give our run block and everything. I give it a C-. I give it a C- and everything because we didn't show much, but what we did show, we didn't elevate blocking schemes correctly. We had guys hitting the same damn gap over and over and over again, causing a lot of trash. We got to stop doing that. And I'm pretty sure they're going to look at the film and see that, hey, you can't step in the A gap if the back's going to run in the A gap. You got to pull and push your guy out to the outside so that hole can open. When you take that first step to the left, it's trash now. So hopefully we see a better transition of the guards pushing and pulling out, or just do the GT counter and have the left guard and left tackle pull and the center chip to the left side, and then we got 5-on-3. So let's see what we do this week. I'm excited to see what Kevin Wilson and Arbuckle draw up for Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's my coaching thing coming out to where I try to get a feel for how the play call is going to be called and everything, man, because I love when teams try to be overly aggressive on me because I use your over aggressiveness as your disadvantage and do a backside tight end slant. And then I got you all day. Now you're not going to blitz no more. And now I can run my offense.
Right.
That's what I want to hear, Coach. I want to hear your insight because you know football, you know the game, you know the X's and O's and how to draw it up.
I know
Yeah.
You know what to expect. That's what I want. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, and see,
but at college it's a different level, but it's still X's and O's. It's still it's just the game is a little bit more elevated, but it's still X's and O's. A post square out the same as post square out in college. It's just a deeper scene, or you got better athletes running that. But if I run and Bishop, you know what I'm about to say about Ben Arbuckle. He loved double post moves. He loved double post move to the left and have a slot back coming up under drag right behind the linebackers. Now you got to decide if you go with that slot back across. Now Mateer's going to gut you in the middle all day running for 10, 15 yards. So now you got to pick your poison. What are you going to do? Are you going to you're going to give him the little 5-yard slot routes? You're going to cover the double post? You're going to cover the quarterback. You cover the quarterback. Now my tight ends got a seam up the middle of the field. Yes, sir.
I can't wait to see Ott in this passing attack. I can't wait to see it because Ott is a dog coming out that backfield.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that with the receivers we got and with Canick showing well as a tight end. I just can't wait to see how Ott fits into this and what they draw up for Ott. Because when Ott get it and he one-on-one with a linebacker, I don't think that's going to be a bad day for the linebacker.
Yes. Well, Bishop, my bad, Bishop. Now you can go. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say is that the key is understanding that we know our defense. We've seen this movie before with run fits, where if one guy missed their assignment, it makes the other team look like they're world beaters, aka Navy. So I'm looking forward to that now that's on film. That I think Michigan thinks they got something they can use against us, but it's actually going to be a trap.
Yes. Here you go. Correct, Ryan Lemon. Can we admire that we played a vanilla playbook, an easy no-hold offensive line scheme, and still have some breakout stars like Canick, Lewis, and Burks? I'm going to tell you who's going to be a problem. Cortez Lewis is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem because he's another big physical wide receiver. So now when JJ come back and then you have Jaden come back, you're going to have big physical, fast wide receivers. And then the back slot, the little slot guys like Burks and Santega is going to have field day in the middle of the field running those. The hardest route to guard is a dig route, a dig and out route is the hardest route to cover. And what that is, guys, is if you're a slot back, you run 5 yards, slant inside, stop on a dime, and drag back out. That defensive guy has already committed to stopping that slant. But then you stop and go back out, you have at least 2 or 3 step head start on him. If the ball's on the money and you catch that wide receiver in stride, that's 10, 15 yards before that guy catches up. So Oklahoma is going to be doing a lot of this. Ben Arbuckle loves to run digging outs, and I love it because you can run bootlegs on the backside and come back around, tight ends wide open. So TP, you're going to have fun this week. You're going to see a lot of things that you didn't see last week. All of you guys are. You're going to see a lot of post square outs, wide open seam passes. You're going to see Canick running wide open in the middle because they're not going to let Mateer run on them.
Hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
There's one blessing that nobody has even mentioned. We didn't even have our freshman All-American corner in the game.
Nope.
Competitive depth.
Yes, Michigan will try to pound the ball with a good run game. Hey, Bishop, take over for a second. I got to do something right quick. 10 seconds.
I got you. All right, I got you. So, TP, I know you itching for a scratch. What are you looking forward in this Michigan game?
I want to see the defensive line really bone up and shut down their running game. Because if they get a little itching towards it, they're going to try and just pound and pound and pound. And I want our defensive line to stand up right from get and say, no, we're not giving you this today. And make them throw. And then at that point, I'm waiting for the mistakes to come.
All righty. And Legend?
I'm going to piggyback off of TP, and I want to see a mean, nasty, relentless, punishing, choke you until your face turns blue defense. I want to see them make Michigan one-dimensional. I want to see our linebackers and our safety. I want to see some ball hawks Saturday. I want to see the Kip Six I've seen last year. I want to see scooping scores. I'm wanting a good, because y'all know me. I'm defense. I want to see the Oklahoma defense that I know is there. I want to see them shine Saturday.
Coach Ricks,
is there any chance that this defense knocks Underwood out of the ball game?
That would, I ain't going there, Coach. I ain't going there, Coach. I don't want.
We already got one quarterback. We already got one quarterback.
I don't want people thinking I'm a sadistic cuss, but
no, that's not. No. I'm not talking about trying to hurt him. I mean, it's just like a good hit is a good hit.
There's a good possibility of if you see a hit like RP3 put on that kid yesterday, on this quarterback, he might go out with some. Might be thinking he's not in Norman, Oklahoma, and might be thinking he's back in Ann Arbor.
Ramen Lemon said, we also showed that Williams is a lockdown corner, and he has a partner in crime on the other side in Cortland Guillory. So now, and BV loves to have physical shutdown corners to where now he can send blitzes from different areas and they not know where it's coming from because he trusts in his cornerbacks to lock down the receivers.
And I think as the year goes along, you're going to see BV really open up this defense like he did in 2000, and there's going to be a Roy Williams-esque type player that he gonna be the most feared person at OU. Hot take.
Yes. House Money Productions. Yep. There was a lot of meat on the bone last night. You can tell the offense wanted to do more than coaches allowed. I saw that. I saw guys.
Thank you, House.
Take that in.
The guys.
I did not.
Oh, yes. The guys wanted to score 60, 70. Oh, yes. They wanted to score. Oh, yeah. They were. You could tell when the play call, when the play changed, how the heads went down a little bit. I'm telling you guys, I can tell when a receiver is going to catch the ball. When you see a receiver go out there before he catches the ball and he just go out there and lollygag around and his fists don't ball up, he don't get in that stand physical, and he gets out there and he just comes up the line 3 or 4 yards and then stop. Then the next play, he runs out there and he's excited and he's ready. I know the ball's going to him. I teach my guys that. Look at everybody's body language. Look at how he go out there when he don't catch the ball. Look how he go out there when he does catch the ball. Pick up on signs. Let him know. I know what you're going to do before he does it. Yes, sir, TP.
Now, you know I'm an old man, so back. And I didn't see this game live. I just know the footage of it. The Ice Bowl.
Yes.
Oh,
It was so cold there. Bob Hayes would put his hands, the ball wasn't coming his way. He just put his hands in here and half run the route. But when the ball was coming his way, or it was definitely going to be a throw, he would pull his hands out and be ready. One of the Green Bay players said that in one of those shows. He knew what was going to happen based off what Bob Hayes was doing with his hands, you know?
No, I mean, if you're a good coach, you picked up on that. I had guys, I said, I'll tell my cornerbacks, watch how a guy comes out. Watch how he comes out. If he comes out lazy and he don't want to do anything, the ball ain't coming to him. And he was like, damn, coach, he didn't get the ball. He just raw. He said, but when he runs out there and get in that stand and he balls that fist up, he said, coach, the ball coming to him. And sure enough, the ball came to him. He said, thanks, coach. So now I ain't got to tell you no more. So I tell my players, if he don't come out there and he's lazy, put his ass on the ground. Put him on the ground. That way, when he do go come out there and he run that play and it comes to him, he's thinking, okay, I know he's going to put hands on me. Then don't. It's a psychological game. And I'm trying to teach these kids all the tricks and trades that we were taught back in the day. Oklahoma has those tricks and trades. Powers knew where that ball was going before the ball was even thrown. He was already coming. So was Kendall Daniels. He was already coming before the ball was even thrown. That's the type of reaction that we're not used to here at Oklahoma.
Yeah. Coach, I have to get off here.
Yeah, man, I'm about to get off here too, man. We've been on for an hour and 51 minutes, 55 seconds. Before you go, man, any last things you want to say before you get off, big dog?
I'm just through the text messages. Yesterday I wasn't on a ledge fixing to fall off, dooming and glooming. I'm just so passionate with OU that when things don't go right, I get pissed.
No problem. Hey, before we go, give everybody your score prediction. Kim Hurst, how you doing, sweetheart? What do we have on Michigan? I mean, what was your score be on Michigan?
Kim is a man.
Is it Kim Hurst?
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
I thought there was Kim. No, that's Kim. That's
Kimberly K.
Kimberly K.
I gave him a score prediction last night.
28-17.
28-17. Me and Dwayne has the same one.
Bishop's score was 35-10. TP score was 28-10. Dwayne's score was 28-17. Mike's score was 28-17. My score was 31-17. 31-17. Now, here's my question. Is this defense really going to give up 17 points?
If they come out like I think they're going to come out, probably not.
That's a good one. Arch's new name is Arch Rico from the movie Napoleon Dynamite, Uncle Rico. That's funny as hell, man. Crazy as hell.
All right, fellas, I got to get.
All right, man. You guys have a wonderful night, man. Thank you guys for jumping on. I really appreciate it.
Everybody hit that like button.
Until
hit
Thursday,
that like button, everybody, on the way out.
You guys have a wonderful weekend, man. Have a good, safe holiday for tomorrow. I want everybody to get in trade and everything.
I'll be at work.
I'll be at work.
I'll be at work for 24 hours. I'll be at work.
Golly. Hey, have a good one. Be safe, TP. Be safe, Mike, man. Check you guys out, man. Coach Rick's out, man. Have a blessed day.
We out.
All right.
Money making good. My money need a loan. I'm just getting money.